Well, it's good to be back. I'm a little nervous. It's been a while since I've done this, and I don't have my fancy camera set up. I can't figure it all out, but I've been wanting to come back and talk to you all for a long time, and I've been waiting until the time is right. So here it is. If you want the update from me, stick around. We're getting into it right now. I've been thinking a lot about how to do this, and I think what I'm going to do is break it up into a couple of shorter videos so that if one topic doesn't interest you, you can just skip it. But I want to start, I'm going to do a recap of everything that I was before, what brought me to YouTube, and the person that maybe you knew. And then I will talk about what's been happening in the last year and a half since I took a break from YouTube. And then the third video will be about what's to come and how I'm going to frame my channel, because the direction I plan to take my channel is very different than it was before. So this is I'm gonna reintroduce myself to everyone. My name is Manya, and I started my YouTube channel in about December of 2020, I think, after being on the WW Purple Plan for about 6 months. Maybe a little shorter than that, I can't quite remember. But I started my channel because I loved the Purple Plan, and I was having more success than I had ever had, and I had had success on WW Weight Watchers in the past. And so I thought, you know, this is really working for me. And it was the middle of the pandemic, and I had a lot of time on my hands, so I thought, let's try something new, and I started a YouTube channel. And I kept it up for probably until fall of 2021. I think it was October or November of 2021. So about a year and a half. And it was a really nice community that we had here. And I stopped very abruptly, and I never gave an explanation as to why. And I'm gonna do that now. In June of 2021, my marriage of 20 years, well, my partnership of 20 years, we weren't married the whole time, but my partnership of 20 years ended very abruptly. And when I say abruptly, I went to work one day and I came home and he ended it. And it's not like we were in therapy. It's not like we were talking about our problems. It's not like we had ever broached the subject of breaking up. We were going through what I thought was a rough patch, which if you've been married for a long time, you know you go through rough patches. But I was committed for life. Was our marriage perfect? Absolutely not. I've had a lot of time to think, so I won't get into that in this video, but suffice it to say, it was, my life imploded, and it imploded overnight. And I had to move out. We sold our house, and we disentangled our lives, which were pretty tangled after 20 years. I'd love to hear if you have gone through an experience like this. I mean, just undoing all the logins and the passwords and the retirement and the life insurance and the everything of everything without having planned any of it. It was really hard. And I moved into this apartment where I currently live. And that summer of 21 was rough. It was rough. There was a lot of crying, I live right off of a walking trail and a river, a lot of walking, just a lot of thinking and contemplating and grieving, honestly. And making the videos was part of my healing. It gave me something to do, it gave me a purpose. So for all of you who watched me through that and were with me through that, I thank you. That was great. I really needed that. And then in the fall of 21, I decided to put myself out on dating apps, and I started dating. It was, in hindsight, pretty quick, but my marriage, well, I want to honor his privacy as much as I think I need to, but I think he would agree that we were really living like brother and sister for quite a long time. So I put myself out there when I felt ready. The problem was that when he ended our marriage, I asked him for space. I said, if we're ever going to have a friendship or relationship in the future, we don't have kids, so there was nothing that really was binding us together. I said, but if we're going to be in each other's lives in the future, I need a break. I only want to talk to you when absolutely necessary to talk about finances or whatever it was. And he couldn't honor that. He was unable to leave me alone. And he was never asking me to get back together. In fact, he moved his new girlfriend into his new house as soon as he moved in, like 2 months after we broke up. So he was never asking me for that, but he couldn't leave me alone. He was texting me all the time, and they were very personal things, and that was hard. That was really hard. And I managed to just sort of, I mean, it was hard, but I kept it off the channel. But when I started dating and I started telling y'all about it, I noticed that I would hear from him. And so I started to suspect that he was watching my videos. And that's why I pulled away. I needed a break. And frankly, he's gotten better. It still flares up. I got an unwanted Christmas present this past Christmas. I get emails. I blocked his phone number a long time ago, but I've gotten emails every once in a while. And so that continues to be hard, and I wish he would have honored my wishes. We probably could be in each other's lives now if he had given me that courtesy, but he's broken my trust too many times, and something really awful happened that I'm not going to share, but that's why I stepped away. So at the time that I stepped away, I was still doing a lot of WW content. I was still on the Purple Plan. That summer of 21 I lost a lot of weight. And in hindsight, probably too much. I started my journey in May of 2020 at 163 pounds. The summer of 21, I lost down to 125. And I have never been that skinny. I see pictures of myself now from that time, and I look like, you know, one of those bobbleheads where the head is much bigger than the body. I don't think it was good. At the time, I was eating whole food, plant-based WW Purple Plan, which was really working for me. This like high, whole grain, whole unprocessed carbs, and lots of greens. I loved that, and it was fabulous. And then I started dating and just started having a really good time, an incredible time like I hadn't had in probably my entire life. I didn't have boyfriends growing up. I never had a boyfriend in high school or college, and so I jumped into this long-term relationship that wasn't particularly fulfilling. And so this was the first time in my life that I've had the opportunity to go out and have fun. And I credit a lot of this to my weight loss and to feeling really confident and comfortable in my skin and feeling beautiful and sexy and all of those things that I'd never felt before. And then I fell in love. And I think that that's where I'll stop this video, because once I fell in love and I needed, well, that didn't happen until January. So from October to January, I just cut you guys off. Oh, and the new WW plan, and Purple disappeared. And I thought, well, I don't know what to do anymore. And so I just stopped. And that was probably kind of rude, and I'm sorry about that. I hope you understand. And I'm gonna leave it here for now, but the next video, I'm gonna tell you what happened while I was gone. And it is really just a very positive year and a half in my life leading up to this massive change that I'm about to make and why I'm coming back to YouTube. So, I used to say something at the end of the videos and I don't remember what that was. Doesn't matter. It's a new day, it's a new dawn. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to see you all, and I will see you in the next video.